Okay, this is Steve. I'm working on the cabinets for my 77 25-foot Caravanner Airstream, and I pulled this as actually the pantry closet. It's just sitting on some crates here in the garage. What has happened is the vinyl has pulled back and bubbled up, as you can see right along here. And so what I'm doing is gluing this back down. So this is a quick process that I use. I use a hair dryer to soften it up, to heat it up a little bit, and a little bit of adhesive, carpet adhesive, and then a roller, and also I got a little flat blade there, plastic spreader, and I'll set this thing up and see if I can show you the process. It's a real easy thing to do. And what I've done, I've straightened out this whole cabinet here. Every place where it was peeled back. Since I'm restoring this trailer, I want to get everything looking as good as possible. Okay, so I got the camera set there. I'll try and stay out of the view of the lens. The first thing I do is spray a little contact adhesive on both sides. And it only takes a minute for this to tack up. So by me using the heat, the process goes a little faster. And once you get that all soaked up pretty good. And after about a minute or so, this will tack up and it'll be dry. It will dry that much faster. So then I take my heat gun, down here at the low spot. And as you see, when the heat hits this, a piece of vinyl is just laying right back down. What it's doing is softening the vinyl and taking all the brittleness out of it. And actually, it will lay it down perfectly flat. You can see some wrinkles right in this area right here near the top. So that's okay, so I'm going to stretch this all out. Once the heat gets to it. And at the same time, that's kind of curing that glue on the back so that it'll be a lot more friable. And it'll be tacky. It's drying out the glue enough to make it tacky. Just working all the way up and down. Heat done. And that whole piece of vinyl is very pliable and very stretchy, where you can get a good extra quarter of an inch if you pull it tight to where to stretch down where you want it. As you can see here, I'm just pulling it all the way to the edge of the plywood here. The way it was done in the factory, where it used to be, I was getting pretty hot. But that glue is setting up. That off, get out the way. And I'll use my rubber edge here just to pull this to the front. At the same time, pressing down, you get all the air bubbles out. You get a good bond between the two surfaces. All the air bubbles are gone. And a piece of vinyl is adhered real good to the back of that piece of cabinetry there. Here. And if you get an air bubble you can't get out, you just heat it up a little more. There's one right there. A little wrinkle in there. And with this process, this thing stays, the contact cement doesn't dry totally right away, so you still have a few minutes to work with it to get everything stretched back out where you want it. As you can see what I'm doing, just pull it tight, rubbing it down. There you go. Now after this dries a little bit, I'll come back out, take my roller, make sure I roll all the air bubbles out of it. If you get a small bubble in it, you can just put a pin in it, and that will take care of that. Piece of trim that goes along the edge here, which hooks to the next cabinet. It's about 3 inches wide, and it's got a lip on it. And so that will cover up this seam here, back to where you can see these lines here from the previous. At least this is better than going ahead trying to replace all the vinyl, which I don't want to do. I want to keep it original. And I also want to make sure that it looks like it did when it came from the factory. So, and all of this vinyl on this thing is in pretty good shape, as you can see. Let me get my camera here. The vinyl on this cabinet is pretty good. There's a mirror that goes right up here. This is where the sink sits, from right here where my hand is. That part is all open, and there's a window back here on the top. So this goes up vertically. But as you can see, that piece laid down real nice. So I'll just get the piece of trim that goes along this edge, clamp that on there, and that cabinet looks pretty clean now, and it's pretty good shape. And I've got the other side of it to do, of course, but as you can see, it turns out pretty nice when you do it that way. So that's just a quick little video, just a little helping hand for somebody maybe. I'll post some more stuff as I continue to work on this thing.